Hey everyone! Have you ever wanted to try Linux but you don't have a spare PC to install it on? Or something like you wanted to run Windows as well as Linux side by side? Well, I am Sanghavi Dorlikar. Through this video, I am gonna explain you how to install Linux on a virtual machine or a virtual PC. Okay, so now installation of Linux on a virtual machine. The requirements we needed here is Ubuntu ISO file and another requirement is the virtual box. Steps steps is to download Ubuntu ISO file and another step is to download virtual box. Now we will move towards the download. I'll use Chrome here to download these files. I'll search Ubuntu download and I'll use this link Ubuntu download desktop. I'll go to the downloads and this is the latest version. You can also download Ubuntu server, but the best preferable is Ubuntu desktop. This file, I'll click on here and as the downloading starts, the message will appear here, that is thank you for downloading Ubuntu desktop. And as you can see, here my download is started, and as I already have the downloaded file, I'll pause this. Next downloading step is to download the virtual box. .org, this is the site, this is the official site. I'll click on here and it shows me this window, and I'll go to the downloads now. So window host, I'll click on this, and as you can see, my VirtualBox file is downloading, but I have already downloaded this file too. I will pause this. And next, for the betterment of installation of Linux, I have to download the VirtualBox extension pack. I'll also click on this to download, and this also I have downloaded already, so I'll pause this. So yeah, this was about the downloads. Now okay, as we have downloaded the files, now we will go for a installation of the files. Now this is the download section. As you can see, Oracle VM VirtualBox extension pack we have downloaded, VirtualBox downloaded, Ubuntu downloaded. These three files I have downloaded. I'll first install the VirtualBox, then I'll see later about the others. It is preparing to install, and the installation steps are very easy for the VirtualBox. I'll just click next and next, and it creates the shortcut on the desktop. It creates start menu entries, it creates a shortcut in the quick launch bar, also it registers file association. So I'll click next, and it gives some network interface warning. You just have to just skip this and click yes, and it is ready to install. I'll click on the install, and it will take few minutes to install. And yes, the installing has been started. It is showing here copying new files, and it is almost to finish. and it has successfully installed. As I downloaded and installed the virtual box, now you can see the virtual box desktop icon here, and I'll double click on it, and I can click on new and create a virtual machine. But before this I will do some sort of settings, and I'll go on file, and I'll go to preferences, and it is asking me to choose default folder. I'll choose E folder here, that is better, and I'll add extension that I have been downloaded before, and I'll add from here downloads, and this is the virtual box extension pack, and it is asking me to install. I'll click on install, and this is the agreement, and I agree to it, and the installation is started, and installation is successful. I'll click on OK and click on OK, and I can create now a virtual machine. I'll name it Ubuntu, and as you can see I name it Ubuntu. The type is Linux and version is Ubuntu 64-bit. I'll click on next. Okay. There is some error, I just need to check. I'll just delete this, and now I'll click on next, and it is successful, and it is now asking me to allocate the memory size. Now I'll allocate the memory size this to 3074, because I'll show you the reason. My laptop RAM is 8 GB, so there is no harm choosing me 3074 MB, that is 3 GB plus to it. So I'll click on next, and it is asking me to create a virtual hard disk now, and I'll say create, and it is asking me the hard disk file type, and this is the hard disk file type I wanted, and I'll say next, and storage on physical hard disk, dynamically allocated or fixed size. You can also choose fixed size, but I will choose dynamically allocated. I'll choose next, and file location and size. The file location is proper, and the size, the default size shown here is 10 GB, but I will reset it to 20 GB, and it is done. Create, and as you can see this is created, and now I can start this now, but before this I'll do some changes in it. And as you can see, in general the name is Ubuntu, type is Linux, and version is Ubuntu 64 bits, and everything is correct here. And I'll go on system, and as I said this before, the RAM, this is correct, and I'll go on processor, and this is by default is 1. I'll set processor to 2, and this is better, and execution cap is 100%, that is cool, and acceleration no need to do some changes, and on display I'll say it should be maximum, and scale factor is 100%, and acceleration I'll enable the 3D acceleration, and storage now it is empty showing here, so I'll add Ubuntu here. It is giving me some options: choose or create a virtual option disk, choose a disk file. I'll choose a disk file, and I'll select Ubuntu here and open, and this is added here, and I'll see OK. Now I think I can go on start, so I will start this. It is being started, and it is starting the virtual machine. Displays here. Ubuntu running displays here, and Ubuntu is checking disks, it will take minimum time to complete. It is almost to finish. Okay, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99%, and it is finished. This takes some time. As you can see, this is created. Earlier it was showing power off, but now as I started this, it is showing running. And this is the Ubuntu window. Now it displays the install screen. Now it asks us to either try Ubuntu or install Ubuntu. You can also install Ubuntu, but now I will just try Ubuntu. And this is starting. And as you can see, the Ubuntu screen is displaying. I'll just show you the terminal of it, and see, as I haven't installed and registered, it is showing Ubuntu @Ubuntu, but after the installation it will display another name that you registered. And this is it from the installation of Linux on a virtual machine. Thank you.